Talk channel. I'm your host, Lamar. Good to see you guys in this afternoon. We have a solid message for you this afternoon that I think is very important. Um, this is something I think has really been really attacking marriages. Um, the Bible talks about self-righteousness, and our righteousness is as filthy rags, and the Lord talks about being about self. And I want to talk about the difference between moral and holiness. One word sums it up, but I want to break it down into depth. The difference between morality and holiness. Because the word tells us that God in his word, our Father, says, "Be ye holy, for your Father in heaven is holy." Nothing wrong with having moral values. I think they're important, especially today, because we don't see much of that anymore. But there's a sense of morality that works against holiness. Something that morality, people who think they're moral, think because I have good credit, I'm better than you, or because I have a good reputation or something, I'm better than you, or people think because I'm moral. And I want to go into, especially like I said, in marriages. We think because we are a good person, oftentimes we think because we are a good person or a good human being, or we think because we do things the right way, and we talk good, and we seem to be a very genuinely decent person. We seem to think because we are a good person, we seem to believe and think in our mind that I have the moral ground. I take care of my kids, and I think all of this kind of stuff, and I sit back and people don't understand that your morality. Thank you, sisters, coming in. Thank y'all for coming in. Doesn't make you holy. You're being a moral person and having a good person and pushing the cart back at the grocery store and being polite and being decent is good. That's good. That's good socially. But holiness is a way to be good when nobody's watching, or when nobody sees you, or you're not getting credit or rewarded. Holiness is a character where nobody can give you. You're not getting some kind of social media currency because I'm a decent person. And this is what people do in marriages a lot. They use the other person's flaws to justify their good character traits. My husband leave the seat up. He leave the seat up, and versus, yeah, but you ain't never have to worry about the bills being not paid. We use people's flaws to build up our self-righteousness over the other person. We think we have the moral ground over them because we do everything to appearing to be right. We get critical, we get demanding, and we think we're better than other people in their marriage. I'm talking to marriages here right now. I'm dealing with marriages. I'm dealing with spouses. Because there's a spirit that's crept into that's attacking marriages right now, that's got one person thinking they're better than the other, really to make the other person feel small. And that's not the ways of God. God said, "Wives, submit unto your husbands as unto the Lord. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loves the church." Simple. Critical spirit, being overcritical, being condescending, not working around, not being cooperative. Just being contrary just for the sake to being contrary. Because I want a voice and I want to be able to say what's on my mind. I want to be able to say, when the Bible says a quiet, meek spirit is of a high price. Telling the men to be quiet and the women to always talk, when the man is supposed to be speaking and the woman should be silent. And what do I mean by that? Let me give some context. Let me give context so we don't get this mixed up and think I'm some male chauvinist, because I'm not. Because I believe women should have a voice to speak out and pray and worship and denounce the devil and speak against the enemy. Yes, absolutely. But let's look at how the enemy works. He wants the woman to talk, but who carries the authority over the family? Who is God asking for when he addresses the family? He's not asking for the woman. He's asking for what the man did. When God called Adam, he didn't say, Adam and Eve, come forth. What happened? Where are you, Adam and Eve? He said, Adam, where art thou? He didn't say, Adam and Eve, where are y'all? He said, Adam, where art thou? And the man has to be the voice. The husbandman is the voice that covers the woman. He speaks against things. He says what? Tell the kids, hey, y'all what did your mom tell you to do? Enforcing order in the house. Enforcing rules and regulation in the house. The man raises his voice because nobody's listening. He always has to overtalk because somebody's not being quiet to listen to what the order is. And when a man doesn't feel he can lead by his leadership, women, when y'all marry a man, you marry his leadership, not his resources, not what you can get, what the kids need. You marry his leadership, because all those things of the leadership are tied into his finances, his governing, his behavior, his attitude, his respect for God, his relationship with God. It all ties into his leadership. Now, when you don't love a man and you don't love him, you don't want to hear nothing he has to say. You don't want to care about what he say. Get on your nerves when you don't love somebody. Everything they do get on your nerves. It agitates you. And it don't matter if they're telling you what's right. You don't want to hear what they have to say. I don't want to hear you. This moral spirit that gets on some of our men and women that make the other spouse feel less valuable in the marriage. They feel like they have to overcompensate their value by devaluing them. And you think you have the moral high ground because they made a mistake in the marriage or something happened. So that makes me more righteous and more that makes me more noble. What's the hardest thing? What did this Satan get men to do in a house? Be quiet, don't he? Men shut down and stop talking, right? What does he get the women to do? What does the Bible say? The Bible said it's better for a man. Listen here. It's better for a man to be on the roof of a housetop than in a house with a quarreling woman. Why would the word say that if that wasn't happening? The hardest thing for a man to do is to speak up. The men don't want to communicate. Isn't that what we complain about? They don't communicate. What's the hardest thing for women to do? Hold their mouth, hold their tongue. This is a hard conversation because we use trauma and marital trauma and who hurt me, who didn't abuse me, who didn't let me talk, who as an excuse to talk. But what are you saying? What is your heart saying? You need to learn to be quiet so God can speak to your heart. You want to argue just so you can hear yourself talk. You're not talking about speaking on nothing. You're just saying because you just want to be able to hear yourself talk. You want to be contrary because daddy was abusive to my mom and he didn't let my mom do something. And my ex did this to me, so I ain't gonna never let a man tell me what he can't. Is that right? And then you want to see, we got this thing backwards now. We want the men to be more of the helpmeets and the women to be the headship. Then we complain about why men don't want to lead. No, you don't want to submit to him. Let him lead. You don't want him to lead. You want him to be submissive to your lead. You want to lead, and you want to tell him how to lead. It's still you leading him. Help doesn't mean something is wrong with him and he needs you to assist. Assistance is not always he has a deficit. I need to fix him. He's broken up. He's messed up. That's the Holy Ghost's job, to fix the man. That ain't your job to be the Holy Spirit for him. Your job is to come along and assist him and remind him of how valuable God is, how God sees him, to remind him of his identity in Christ. Not to make up for what your ex didn't do for you, what your daddy didn't do right. That's not his job. He's not supposed to overcompensate for what men didn't do their job back here. We don't want to hear this conversation. See what I'm saying? We don't want to hear this. We don't like these conversations. We have a misandrous way of thinking in this climate right now. When a woman loves a man, this ties into what I'm talking right now. Her ear loves to hear what her man has to say. When your woman, and I'm going to tell you something, you ladies, about your nature. I'm going to talk to y'all about your nature, because I think you guys need to know your nature. You think you don't know yourselves. Why do you think you slept with that man and didn't acquire marriage from him? Why do you think you gave him children? Why do you think you were ready to do things you said you'd never do with that man? Because you really loved him. The man that you really don't love gets on your nerves. You tolerate him. We don't want to talk, but I'm going to talk. Pastor Lamar going to talk today. The man you really want and love, you'll sacrifice more for, without question. You have limitations with the man you don't love, but you have limitlessness with the man you do love. When the Bible says older women teach the younger women how to love their husbands. Why are you getting on the women? Because this is a problem. Because nobody in the church won't. They're scared of you. They're scared to tell you ladies to submit to your husband. They're scared of you. They're scared because you won't give them money. They're scared because you'll mess up their platform. You don't pay me. I don't get tithes and offering. I have a job. I don't get tithes and offering to preach. So I can preach free. And because I love you enough, I want your marriages to actually work. I got to teach you what works, because it only works one way. I'm not going to submit unless there's something to submit to. What you marry him for? You married his leadership. And if that wasn't qualified to get married, why you get married then talking about he ain't worth submitting to? Submission is not control. Submission is surrender, not control. I shouldn't have to control you. You're a grown woman. I shouldn't have to tell you what to do. You're grown. Your cooperation is submission. You're submitting to his leadership. You're saying, I trust him. I believe in what he's doing. I believe in the vision God gave him. And I feel safe and I'm willing to cooperate. Before, when you said I do, that's what you said I do too. You said I do to his leadership. And y'all ain't being taught right in church. Y'all are being taught everything is about what you want, how he needs to conform to you and what he should do for you, how he should do this and that for you, not what you need to come and put on the altar. Well, Jesus died for the church. Yeah, we're all the church. You know when you meet a man, you're going to submit to him or not. You know when you're going to do it. Because the man you didn't require marriage from, you submitted to him. You gave him kids, you gave him sex, you gave him money, you let him move in your house, you gave him a key to your car, you gave all that to him. But the man you don't want is the man you complain about submitting to because you don't love him. You can't love a man and not submit to a man that you love. They ain't separate. But when you don't love them, you're not gonna submit. You're gonna argue. You're gonna get agitated. Because love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't bear record, love endures all things. We don't want to hear these conversations because we've pandered to women so much, especially in the black community. We've made church a feminist environment. We've made church a beauty salon. And no man can speak strong anymore without sounding like a male chauvinist or he hates women and he can't say. That's what we made church. And the men are getting emasculated in church. In marriage. Can't say nothing strong on nothing. We can't say nothing. And we wonder why these boys are divorcing and these young adults, these new age, these millennials don't want to get married. They don't want to even go to church because they can see their parents. They can see how some of these marriages are in their home. That's why they don't want to get married. I talk to a lot of them. A lot of them that I have on my staff, they don't want to get married because they don't see cooperation. They see their mamas arguing back and forth with their fathers, throwing them out on the couch when they get mad at them. You sleep out on the couch. And then they wonder why these kids don't want to get married. Y'all don't want to talk? And because I'm better than him and I'm his blessing, I have to put up with him. And if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have. This attitude, I'm anointed and filled with the Spirit. I want this to be good for all of you out here acting this way. Call yourselves women of God and you evil and mean. You listen to your boss. Your boss can tell you what to do. Some of your girlfriends can tell you what to do. Your pastor can tell you what to do, but your husband better not tell you nothing. You got to be ashamed of yourself. Call yourself a woman of God. And then got the devil's black nerve to call somebody a hypocrite. And you can't even honor your home and your marriage. And you wonder why these brothers are stepping out on you. And I don't condone cheating. I don't condone adultery and none of that. But we need to look at the source of the matter. I'm sorry. I'm going to call it like I see it. Because this needs to be preached against hard. The Bible ain't never told you to do that. And then when you got a lot of this stuff in church, and I got all these men calling me, talking about what's wrong, when did he quit? I'm ready to die. I'm ready to go. I'm tired. I can't do this no more. Because he don't get no honor and respect at home. Unless he's paying a bill, unless he's giving you something. But that dude that you slept with that wasn't your husband, that you gave sex to, didn't require marriage from him. He didn't have to help you with the kids. He didn't have to do nothing. He wasn't even saved. And then you come over here to a man of God, and then you want to, all of a sudden, you got restitution on the line. Now he got to do more work. He got to put up more restitution. I know y'all don't want to hear. I know y'all don't like it. You got sons looking at you, mothers. And what kind of women are they going to feel safe to marry when they see you operating this way? You always got something slick to say. You won't just cooperate with your man. You just won't get on code. It's always some pushback. It's always some kind of derailment in you. Just don't want to listen. You want me to tell you, sister? I'm gonna answer your question. Why do some women withhold intimacy like it is a reward system within the marriage? Let's talk about that. I'm gonna answer your question. to get him to get him in code with her. It's like a dog when he's a well-behaved puppy, you throw him a dog bone and give him a snack. That's what that is. It's a form of control and compliance. You've been a good boy today. You've been a good little old boy today. I'm gonna give you some intimacy today. That's wicked. What if a husband be like, I ain't paying the bills today, all the lights go off, I ain't paying no bills, let everything be black? That's wicked. When you love each other, you do things from that place of love. You don't make everything a transaction in marriage. Look at them flying out of here. They don't like this message. Won't get in one accord with her husband because he's not the man she really loves. She don't love that man. He's help, he's assistance, he's some kind of resource, he's something else, but he's not worthy to be honored and respected. He is not to be respected. And I'm going to play the game as long as it's working, but I'm not honoring that man. I do what I do for him when I feel like it, when it's on my terms, when I want to, when it's benefiting me. That's wrong. We need to cut that mess out. That's not godly. That's not God's way of loving each other. We don't do stuff for each other based on whether you do something for me or what am I going to get out of it. That's not love, brothers and sisters. That's not the way of Christ. And because we've done it, especially as black folks, we've been in the transaction for so long, we can't do nothing for each other without us getting something first. What you gonna do for me? I'll do that if you do this. Everything is a transaction. Instead of it being a reciprocity, because I love you, I'm doing this. Because I love you, I want to do this for you. Because I love you, I want to share this with you. We don't think like this. Look at y'all ain't saying nothing here. Look at y'all quiet. Boy, y'all quiet. That is not the way we should behave in our marriages and our relationships. And this happens more often than not. We start getting something real good for a while, and it becomes old. That's what you're supposed to do. Especially in some of these blended families. You bringing all this stuff in here into this person's life. You luggaging 2 truckloads of stuff. He can't even get to you first. He got 3 or 4 truckloads of stuff you've luggaged. He can't even get to you yet. You bringing all this stuff into his life. This whole freaking this whole concert of this whole doggone circus with you. He can't even touch you yet. He got to work through all the stuff you brought with you. And you think that's fair. You think that's right. The older women teach the younger women how to love their husbands. Where are you older women teaching the younger women how to love these men? I'm so tired of y'all telling me how a man should love a woman. I'm so sick of this mess. I'm about to lay off. First place, you need to learn how to love yourselves, let alone how to love God to love a man. Because you don't even know how to do that yet because you haven't been taught. Who taught you? Beyonce couldn't teach you. Tyler Perry couldn't teach you. Oprah definitely couldn't teach you. Who taught you how to love a man? Outside of him giving you money and paying somebody's bill. Who taught you? Who taught you how to love a man? Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj? Who taught you how to love a man? Sarah Jakes, Juanita Bynum. Who taught you how to love? Psychology, philosophy, theology. See, we don't want to have these conversations. Why are you so aggressive? Because it's the truth. You're going to lose. A lot of you sisters are going to lose your husbands playing these little stupid games you're playing. You're going to end up by yourself again because you don't listen. You're hard-headed and hardy. The women of Zion are hardy. Outstretched necks. Such and much. Won't sit down and be quiet and listen. Running your mouth and don't know nothing about nothing. Look at your life. All we got to do is look at your kids. Look at your life and how your life is. Your life tells me what you know. Look at the choices you consistently make and don't learn from. And out here trying to tell somebody, trying to drop some wisdom that you don't have for yourself. Silly women laden with sin, ever learning, never coming into the full knowledge of the truth. You've acquired all this wisdom, this knowledge, but no wisdom. And I love sisters, I love women, I respect women. But some of y'all some of y'all are off code, some of y'all are out of pocket. You're out of order. And you've been out of order so long. You've been raised out of order. You've been trained out of order. You've been indoctrinated out of order. I'm gonna tell some of you. I'm gonna say this on my live. I'm talking to my cousins. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Some of y'all don't ask me for no more advice. You ain't listening, you're hard-headed. If he leave you, I'm going to clap because you're ignorant. I've been telling y'all and you still don't want to hear. You're hard-headed. And then your kids you're training your kids how to not listen by you not listening. Ain't no decent man with some substance and with the Lord is going to suffer you. This is a hard message today. I know, oh, you hard on the sisters. No, they're hard-headed. I'm not hard on all the sisters. It's the ones that this applies to. If you're hardy and hard-headed, this is for you. This is for you. And if you think I'm going to back off of this, I'm not. Because ain't nobody paying for me to preach. I don't get a salary from a board of directors. I don't have to pander my messages to women so they can give more. I don't get paid to preach. Get out here and cry about all the men and you ain't in line. You out of pocket. And then you know those ladies think you can do whatever you want out here and nothing should be said against you. I'm going to say it. You're out of order. You've been out of order for a long time. And don't want nobody to say nothing to you. Nobody can tell you. Nobody can check you. I want you to hear this and hear this good. You're hard-headed and you ain't going to get nowhere like that. You need to humble yourself. Ask God to change your heart. Ask God to help you. Get around people that don't agree with everything you want to do. You are a married woman. You are supposed to be in alignment with your husband. What you marry him for? He is not. The Bible says, I made the woman for the man. I made the woman for the man. He did not the man for the woman. God made the woman for the man. He is not here to accommodate you, make you happy, serve you, worship you. He's here to worship God, to love you to God, help you, wash you with the word of the Lord. He's not here to make you his God. And a lot of y'all want to be worshiped and not loved, because love requires sacrifice. And you rather love your dog? Y'all something else. You sisters are something else, some of y'all. You'll love your little dog, everything else. You'll love a cockroach before you love your man. You'll love your favorite TV show, your superstar, everything else. Don't love my man. You'll love your mom that you don't even like. You'll love girlfriends at your job you don't even get along with, but don't love your man. Always some problem when it comes to him. Kids is bad and acting a fool, cussing and clowning, acting like the devil's fool. Love on them little bad kids of yours, but don't love your man right. And you think I ain't gonna bring smoke? I'm not like all these other preachers out here scared of y'all. I love you, but I ain't scared of you. I know girls that are homosexual that are more submissive to a man than some of you sisters are. At least they do what they're told without asking questions. At least when they do exactly what's required. They ain't got no pushback. I don't care if it's hurt people's feelings, because you know what I'm tired of? I get so tired of people being out of you crying. I'm so tired of people putting men down. I'm so tired of folks degrading and devaluing the brothers. And there's some good women out here too. There's some good, wonderful women out here, and they're overcasted by the negative women. Walking around with this Fruity Pebble long hair, these old crazy color wigs, and these raptor claw nails. Got you guys looking weird. All these weird stuff and walking around with pink Spanx. Nobody want that. It's time for y'all to grow up. You got sons looking at y'all. You got you kids. You got these little girls watching you. And you guys don't want no man saying nothing over y'all no more. But you better be, he's still supposed to keep being a man and paying bills, doing things for you just because you're a woman. You don't get nothing just because you're a woman. You do something because you act like a lady. You need to learn before you become a mama or a wife. You need to learn how to act like a lady. That'll get you more from a man and in life than anything else, without having to give up sex or give up your body, is when you learn how to act like a lady. All this different eyeshadow, look like a Chinese dragon, look like Blinky the Clown with all these color makeup on your face. What is going on here? And then you want a man to love you for who you are, but you don't love yourself for who you are. Pink cotton candy color hair. Look like one of them trolls. I'm going in because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous how we doing these good men. And like I said, there's some good women out here. There's some wonderful women out here. There's some women out here that have respect for themselves and some dignity. They don't need every woman and man in their DMs. They dress like the girls out in the world and then talk about a man being a Christian man. You got your boobs and your butt hanging out everywhere. Dressing like the world. Dressing like these women of the world. You can't get what God has for you when you're out here trying to perpetrate. A lady carries herself in a way that respect follows her. She don't got to demand respect. Respect follows a lady, because that's what ladies carry. Ladies carry a sense of grace, of respect. Men get right around a lady. Men start saying, the man, don't cuss around her. That's a lady. Don't act like that around her. That's a lady. And we don't have ladies in church no more. We got thoughts and whores and knockoff chicks in church. Ain't nothing valid. I'm sorry. I have to call a spade a spade. Get mad because it's the truth, because that's what you're doing. People don't like this kind of teaching because, see, now if I sat here and talk bad how bad men are, my life would be full right now. I'm tired of this. I have had enough of this. And I'm going to say something on it because it needs to be said. Somebody got to have enough spine in their back to say something on it. We wonder why these kids are so dysfunctional and emotionally unstable. Look at who's raising these kids. Who's raising them? Out there fighting, throwing hair, punching each other out in the parking lot. Getting up in a man's face. This man is 350 pounds. This girl's a buck. This girl's a $110. Getting up in a man's face wanting to fight this big man. You're out of order, sisters. Y'all been out of order for 50, 70 years. Y'all been out of pocket for too long. Till so much so you don't even want to get this thing back right. We've been man bashing for 50 years. I can't understand that. Y'all get on, you still talking down to the brothers. They don't want to date us. They don't want to take us out nowhere. I ain't taking you nowhere. If I was single and wasn't married and I was out on the dating market, I wouldn't take y'all nowhere because y'all don't know how to act. Act like a doggone beast. God wants his women to be daughters, to be loved and treated as daughters, but you got to act like a daughter of God. Acting like some old crazy Amazon chick. Always get somewhere and want to compete with the men. We got to change this stuff, man. We got to do some work. I got a son. I don't want my son getting crossed up with some old masculine female. Bucking up in his face like another dude. Don't no man want that. That's what men hate that. Men hate a hard woman. Don't no man want no hard woman like some dry Play-Doh. Don't no man want no hard, aggressive female. Just always, don't no man want that. She looks aesthetically soft, but she's masculine. And think they go over there and date white men. I'm going on the black sisters again because I'm going to say they get over there and digress and go with some white men, and the white guys say the same thing the black men have been saying. Don't no man want an aggressive female. Don't no man want that. Unless he's henpecked and simp. And I say this out of love because, see, we don't teach this. We've been so, accommodating to the females in church that men can't say nothing on them. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not up here. I'm not Jerry Jackson. I'm not Ace Metaphor. I'm going to tell y'all about y'all. Just like I tell the brothers. I tell y'all about yourselves. Need to get your attitudes together. Your booty stink. Your attitudes stink. Straighten yourself up. Get your heart right. You ain't got all this time to mess around with your soul, putting your finger in some man's face. Y'all so disrespectful to the men. It's inherent. It's disgusting. And I get sick of seeing it. I get sick of hearing it. And a lot of y'all say y'all go to church and love God, and it's just as disrespectful as the days are long. I don't care who I offend. If you ain't doing it, you ain't got nothing to worry about if it ain't you. If you ain't doing it, it ain't you. If you doing it, yeah, you need to be offended. Maybe you'll change. These men are so scared of saying anything to the women. What do I care? What do I care? You wrong, you wrong. You got all the rights in the world. You got all the freedoms and liberties to exercise in this country you can muster. And you ain't getting any better. You got all the rights you can have. You got all the freedoms. You can buy property now. You can become lawyers and doctors, and that's great. But your spirit is nasty. Your spirit is nasty. I'm sorry. You ain't getting better. You're getting worse. The more you've gotten, the worse you've gotten. Cuss you out in a minute. Say they love Jesus. Be up there buck dancing in church. Get them out in the parking lot. They will cuss you out one side and down the other. Waiting too long in the drive-thru for some food, they will go ham. All of a sudden, they cussing and screaming. Pouring somebody's drink on them. Women of Zion are haughty. We need to learn how to become better at loving the men in this life. And I'm not talking about any man that's just acting a fool. I'm talking about the good men that tolerate trying to work with you past your stank attitude and your trauma and your hurt and who didn't treat you right and all that foolishness you got going on. Don't no man have to suffer you. You got all this drama and all this baggage you bringing around this man in his life. You suffering his, suffocating his peace. Man will get rid of you. He'll drop you. You put up with so much of that crap, and he will get rid of you. And you ain't gonna be nobody's fault but your own. You better wake up. You got a good man that's there to help you, and y'all got children together or whatever you have. You better do everything you can to keep him strong, keep it down, hold it down. There's a whole lot of women out here, good women looking for a good man. Don't be stupid and don't be no fool. Out here acting a fool and thinking you the prize, man. Y'all better knock this stuff off. There's more women than men. Sure ain't got good common sense. I'm talking to you like a father would talk to his daughter. Don't be stupid and ignorant to something good that's in your life. You better do everything you can to keep that thing going, because he's going to get tired of you in a minute. And you're going to find yourself by yourself. And there won't be nobody's fault but your own. And I certified guarantee you, you're going to regret it. Keep playing these little games and trying to win and trying to capitalize on his emotion, make him feel small. Keep that mess up. Keep trying to be right all the time and prove him wrong. Keep on trying to win arguments all the time. Keep going. People don't want to hear these messages because, see, we worship women now. I worship God. And these preachers, and if you pastors was standing on business like I'm talking, like here, we wouldn't have all this. We wouldn't have all this delusion out here. Women don't even think they got to love and treat men with respect. Man can't even open the door without being called a creep. They don't even say thank you when he opened the door for them. Just rude. You don't never. And what do we teach our girls? What do we teach boys when they're alone? Open the door, be polite. Ladies first. All this stuff for them. And women are taught how to be treated by a man, and men are always taught how to treat a woman. They never teach the women how to treat men. Do it myself. Well, okay. That's still cute when you're in your lower 20s and 30s. You think you cute and got body, but when you start getting old and you can't flex on your body no more, and your men in the men frequency starts to drop, then you're gonna see, because age will humble you. And I'm not talking about women out here in the world. I'm talking about church women. I'm talking about women that's in church, say they love God with this mindset. And I know a lot of women don't like to hear this because, see, they ain't used to hearing this. Men are supposed to be nice and sweet all the time and tiptoe around everything that might offend them. I don't care if it's the truth. I'm going to tell you in your face, you're wrong. Because that's what you ladies need. Y'all need some reality on y'all sometimes. You got everybody around you lying to you, being yes men, and congratulating your failure and celebrating your failure. And that's why when somebody talk to you real, you can't handle it. Don't get sick of this mess. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm past tired. It's gone on too long, and it's way past due. And I'm gonna say something. Every time I see that spirit Jezebel, I'm gonna pop it. Pow! Every time I see it, I'm gonna pop it. Every time. We got mamas. Our mamas, most of us men, we grown. We don't need you being mamas and telling us. Look at your kids. Raise your kids. Teach your kids. Don't be teaching a grown man nothing. You shouldn't even be with a man that you think you have to teach him. You shouldn't even be dating or being with a man like that. Look at your kids and them learn. Teach them how to listen. Don't search yourself to try to teach a grown man what you won't learn, what you can't teach your own kids to do. That kind of stuff pisses me off when I have women try to tell a grown man something and your kids don't have to listen. They don't have to do what you say, but then you will tell a grown man what he better do. Get somewhere and sit your butt down somewhere and learn so somebody can help you. Get your crazy butt in some therapy. Sit down somewhere somebody can help you because they want to love you. Man can't even love you because you won't let him love you because you don't know what love is. And you ladies need to be trained how to love a man. You need to be taught how, because all you know how to do is drop your panties, and you think that's love, and then turn around and say he's a dog. But that's all you got to show him that you think love is all about. Because you can't offer him nothing else because you don't know you got anything else. That's why I said you need to be taught how to love a man. First place, you need to learn how to love God to teach you how to love a man or love yourself. This was a little rant video today. This was a little rant. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous what I've been witnessing as of late. And I know a lot of preachers are scared to hit on this because they got a salary to keep. They got a board of directors to answer to. I don't. I can preach free. And nobody tell me how to preach, how I can't preach. It makes it hard on the good women that do love right. It makes it hard on the women that actually do put in that work for a good man. Hard for them. They got to work. Those women got to work past all that thoughtness and all that stuff that these other girls are doing just to get the other good men to see her in the right way. It makes it hard on good women. You sisters, you all up in everything that you ain't, that's not you. You ain't a good woman, don't want a good man. Don't be looking for a good man to be there for you. That ain't you. Like, move around. Move out the way so somebody good can get a good man or a good woman. Be with a good man. Move out the way. I'm glad I'm not in my 20s now. I'm glad I'm up in my age. I'm glad I'm in my generation. I wouldn't want to be this generation. I would not want to be in this generation today. I would not. There ain't no pickings out here. I thank y'all for tuning in, sisters. Thank y'all for your support. I thank God for this live. I thank y'all for tuning in, and God bless you. This was a tough road. This was a tough video. I know this was hard, but you know it's necessary. Sometimes I have to preach like this. Sometimes I have to talk straight like this because a lot of times people don't want to hear this. People think I'm going to kowtow down because I'm going to kowtow down for nobody. When I see something is wrong and messed up, I'm going to address it. People get tired of being nice all the time, trying to be compliant with wickedness. Got some good, solid women that love God, that are good women out here, and they can't get no good man. Because these wicked women out here running around posing as women they want a wood marriage, and they don't. They just want to be taken care of. They want to sit down and not have to work. But you wanted equality. Pick your hard. Choose your hard. You can't have it all because you don't have it all. You can't have it all because you don't have it all. So you got to pick what works. God bless you. Love y'all. Salute.